Start at 31. Let's go back in time and see if we remember some stuff.
Go back in time. Like yesterday.
Definitely no.
Like, I don't know, a week ago. I don't remember when we did this, but I'm trying to make similar triangles here. Okay, so let's pretend these are similar triangles. Let's say this is like 2 and 5. I don't know, let's do 4. And this would be 10, and this is 5 and 12.5. Okay. Are these triangles similar?
Yep.
Are these triangles similar?
Yes.
How can we tell?
Because of the 1-to-1 ratio.
2 is equal to...
Right, this 5 over 2 equal 10 over 4 equal 12.5 over 5. And it would be yes. That ratio, like the 5 to 2, we call the similarity ratio. But that one time we did the worksheet, they called it the scale factor, right? Remember that worksheet? Okay, anyways. So not only are all the sides proportional, but even any corresponding length would be proportional. For example, if I drew an altitude in here, the ratio of those altitudes would be the same. Or a median, or a, well, what's another one of those things we did? Oh, we did angle bisectors. Any corresponding length should be at the same ratio as any other corresponding length. In this case, they'd all be 5 to 2. So if this was like a 3, this would be like, let's see what it is, 6 plus 1, it would be like 7.5 right here. Okay, anyway, it's all the same ratio. So not only those lengths are the same ratio, but even the perimeter would be in the same ratio. Because if you think about it, what is the perimeter but just another length? The perimeter is like all these sides together, but it's just another length. So everything's the same ratio. Unless you start doing area. You guys remember this?
Yeah.
What's the ratio of the area is going to be?
Is it like squared?
Yes. Similarity ratio is 5 to 2. So the area ratio for these two triangles would not be 5 to 2. It would be 5 squared to 2 squared. So it'd be like 25 to 4. Remember that worksheet? So basically, because areas are two-dimensional, you have to square it, okay? And then the volumes ratio, remember how we got that? Volumes are three-dimensional measurements. This doesn't have volume, but if I made it 3D, let's say it was a 3D thing, but the volume ratio would be cubed from the similarity ratio. So it'd be like 125 to 8. Shh, girls. Okay. So remember on that worksheet, sometimes they said this is the two areas, so find the similarity ratio, or they called it the scale factor. So we had to do the square root of this to get that. Or sometimes we did the cube root of the volume to get that. And we went back and forth. Okay, you guys recall that stuff?
Yeah.
All right. So on this section, on 31, they drew a lot of lines inside the triangle. Those are altitudes, medians, angle bisectors. But basically, they're all the same ratio. They're telling us the triangles are similar, but all those ratios should be the same. So on 31, it says find ZS. So do you guys see ZS over there on the right?
Yeah.
ZS, I'm guessing you don't know what kind of line that is. Do you guys know what kind of line ZS is?
Oh,
It's a median.
It is a median because
Let's go.
it goes to the middle of the opposite side. The S is the midpoint. Anyway, the ratio of ZS to HL should be like the same ratio as any other corresponding length if these triangles are similar. So when they say find ZS, we're going to call ZS, we'll call that X, and then that should go with HL, which they said is 20. So little triangle X, big triangle 20. That should equal, and then the other thing they told us is ZQ and HJ ZQ and HJ, if you look at the pictures, are like the same side, the corresponding sides on the triangles. So it's 3 and 15, are those two sides. So make sure you put the large side across from the large side, okay? 20 is the length on the large triangle, so I put 15 with the large one. If we flip this upside down, we get it wrong. All right, and then cross multiply. 15x equals 3 times 20, 60. 60 divided by 15 is 4. Oh yeah, Emily, did you turn in your assignment?
Yeah, but I turned in.
Emily's lost without you.
I get this text and I was like, I have your math paper. And she's like, oh, I forgot about that.
You're
Those were less.
basically the mom in the relationship.
I take care of these two. My favorite little freshman.
33. Find the perimeter. Okay. So that was 31. 33. Find the perimeter of triangle ZPQ. ZPQ is the little triangle. Okay. I said earlier, perimeter ratios are the exact same as any other length ratio. So just another equal ratio. So I'll call the perimeter of triangles DPQ. I'll call that my X. And they say that the perimeter of triangle HIJ, the larger triangle, is 26. So I'll go X over 26. So that's the little triangle perimeter to the big triangle perimeter. Equals. Then it says JK is 10 and QR is 5. Well, QR is the little triangle. So I go on top. JK is the big triangle. I go on bottom.
J.K. Rowling.
All right. And then you cross multiply. 10 times X equals 5 times 26, which is 130. So what would X have to be?
13. I said it first.
For this? No.
All right.
Question.
Now, 34 starts talking about areas. 35 talks about volumes. It says find the volume of an 18-inch tall circular cone if the similar 12-inch tall circular cone has a volume of 40 pi. So the first cone is 18 inches tall. The second cone is 12 inches tall. 18 and 12 would tell us the what? No. This is the ratio of corresponding parts. So this is like the similarity ratio or the scale factor. This reduces, by the way, if we divide both of those by 6, 3 to 2. So that's the ratio of any corresponding sides from the big cone to the little cone. But we want ratio of volumes. So how do we turn this into ratio of volumes? Cubit. Volumes are 3-dimensional. So that's why you cube it, basically. So it's 27 over 8 is the ratio of the volume. Then they tell us the volume of one of the cones is 40 pi. Is that the big cone or the little cone?
Big. It's a big number.
No.
I mean, wait.
It says if a similar cone 12 inches tall has a volume of 40 pi. So the 12-inch tall cone has a 40 pi volume, so the 12 is the shorter, the smaller one. So the 40 pi is the smaller volume, so it should go down here. So we're looking for the volume of the bigger one. All right, so 8x equals 27 times 40 pi. So So we have to divide by 8. You can kind of cheat on this because 40 and 8 reduced to 5. So 27 times 5 is like 135 pi. Did they give us a measurement time? Oh, they said inches. Inches cubed.
Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan.
We're getting close already. We're doing well here. 36 is a doozy. Okay. So, yesterday the only even I really did with them was number 10.
Yeah, I watched the video.
You watched the video.
Uh,
So did I.
Today, it was really quiet yesterday, by the way.
That's what
Yeah.
I heard also on the video.
He was with
I
us,
heard,
man.
wow, it's really quiet when Roman and Willie are both gone.
I was gonna blame Timmy, but that's the secret.
Okay,
I
Timmy was
forgot
right.
I talked during the video, but
Yeah, I know how you feel.
I bet Emily was like crying. Because
Emily was inconsolable.
Timmy and Billy were both gone.
And
you.
you.
Just kidding.
Okay,
You were crying.
so on 36 it says, what percentage does the area, this is a really tough one, what percentage does the area of a pizza increase if the radius is doubled? No. Okay, so the radius would just be like a length, right? So that would tell us the scale factor, because all circles, all pizzas are similar shape, right? So the similarity ratio is 2 to 1. Okay, but when we're talking about the size of the pizza, we would talk about the area, like how much surface does it cover. So what would the area ratios be?
1 to 2.
No. Okay, we just talked about it on the last one. So,
Oh, you would square it.
right. Areas are two-dimensional measurements, so you would square the one-dimensional measurement. All lengths, imagine like a line in your head, all lengths are one-dimensional. Areas are two-dimensional, like a rectangle or something. And then volumes are three-dimensional, like a box. So if you're going from ratio of a length to the ratio of volume, you have to square to go.
How do you know to square
So
or
it's
cube
4 to
it?
1.
Okay, areas are two-dimensional, so you square it.
Okay.
Volumes are three-dimensional, so you cube it.
Yeah.
Okay, what this tells us is that the area of the larger pizza, even though the radius is only twice as big, the larger pizza is going to have an area that's 4 times as big.
So 400.
Close. That's what makes this one hard. So let's say, I won't get too much into the woods on this. Let's say you got like, I don't know, this is like 100 years ago, you're making $1 an hour, and then you went to $4 an hour.
Whoa.
Okay,
300.
But that bonus.
you could say, yes, you could say this is 4 times as much, or like 400% of this number is 4. But if you're saying how much is it increasing by, well, it's increasing by $3, so it's actually a 300% increase. If that makes sense. So anyway, the answer they wanted, that's why this one's hard. The answer they wanted is a 300% increase.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay. Because it's not, yeah, well, you just did times 2 though.
Yeah. Still close.
They're goof.
On the right track.
My stomach hurts so bad.
I think they're voting
Are there
in
no
Oklahoma
kids?
whether they're gonna raise the minimum wage. That could affect,
Yes, please.
that could affect you
I heard they're
guys.
trying to make it like $15.
Yes,
or
because
something.
I need to be applying for jobs.
The problem,
If
the
they
problem
made
with the minimum
$15.
wage being raised is they can't hire as many people. So
Yeah, so you gotta be the best.
you might not get a job at all if they have to raise
All I'm
your
gonna do is sit in a chair and watch people swim.
Yeah. But Cindy really liked me, so.
What if she likes me too because
You worked at the Y, you're the only one who could work at the Y.
No, actually, I have secret connections with Sydney before on the
Secret
red card.
connections?
Yeah,
What?
I was friends with Sydney before on
That's
the red
pretty
card.
sus.
You're a
That's
big
pretty
deal.
sus.
Secret connections.
Okay,
Oh, wait, that's-
37, here we go. Write an equation relating the lengths of the segments. We did this worksheet on Thursday.
No?
And we also did a book assignment on the week before spring break. What's the relationship between those segments in that circle?
Oh, AC.
No, just use the little letters.
Oh, wait.
It's not AC, no.
Oh, wait. W over X equals.
No.
WX equals
What?
YZ.
WX equals YZ, remember that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Easy.
Okay, 37, WX equals YZ. Whoops. 39, so on 39 they're just telling us to fill in some stuff. AC is what we're looking for.
XW.
Mr. Jordan,
Huh?
on 37, does the order of the letters matter? Like, what if I did XW?
Is X times W the same thing as W times X?
Yes.
Yes, it's the same thing.
Whoa. Don't look at me like I'm stupid.
You're talking, so I don't know.
Okay, DB is 30. All right, they say on 39 that BE is 12. That's this one right here. And they said the whole thing is 33. Like this is 33. So how do I find that?
12 minus 30.
12.
33 minus 12.
Yeah.
Well,
You and Whitley both do that backwards.
yeah,
math dyslexia.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay, what's the other number they gave us on 39? AE is 14. Okay, so we don't know this one, and they're not actually asking for X, they're asking for the whole chord.
Oh, so 14.
We're gonna have to do 14 plus X. Okay, so how do we set this one up though?
14 times X equals 12 times 21.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I'm so glad to hear that.
She actually did give more answers yesterday. So.
Yeah, she did. I did it yesterday. Hey. I have to.
You could hear?
Could you hear me? I mean, I did, but.
That was me.
You were impressed. I wasn't mostly listening to Mr. Jordan. That's.
Okay, so that was 18. So if this is 18, the whole chord is 18 plus 14.
32.
Right.
Almost done.
It was like, you
Yeah.
were not so
All right. 41. Let's talk about 40 a little bit because what's the relationship? This is like the same assignment of that other circle. What's the relationship between like G, M, F, and N and all that stuff? You guys remember this one?
What'd you say? G, F, and
The picture on the right, what's the relationship between all those segments?
N? They're equivalent. They're equivalent.
No, they definitely do not. Okay, it was
Oh,
the,
link.
yeah, what's the relationship between the lengths of the segments? It was the outside times the whole thing equals the outside times the whole thing. That's what we just graded yesterday. Remember that? Anyway, the outside is like G. The whole thing is like G plus M in parentheses equals F times F plus N. Remember that? All right, so for 41, they're giving us numbers to plug in. I'm gonna draw that real quick.
So is that the equation you ran on 40?
Yeah, but you have to use the letters, not just,
Yeah.
use the lowercase letters. Like use lowercase m instead of like segment PQ
Okay.
or whatever. Okay, so on 41 it says N is 22. I didn't draw this very well, that's okay. G is 8. M is 13. And we don't know that one. Uh-oh, this is So this is 21 times 8, which is like 168, equals distribute. Okay, how did we solve these? We have a lot, just checking.
Oh yeah, we did it. Sorry. Relax, take it back.
Sure. Okay, might need some help with the calculator. You guys remember what we did next on this?
And then,
The,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
whatever
what
goes into-
equals.
what equals 168 times 8, and then, but also adds up to 23.
That's right.
Thank you.
So 168 is not in our times table, so that's why I said you might need a calculator to help us. It would be like 8 and 21, but that doesn't, or like 21 negative 8, but that doesn't add up to 22. So we gotta find something else.
She's breaking
I
off
can't
fingers.
think small.
She's breaking off her fingers.
She woke up in the morning.
6 and 11.
No.
6 and 16.
6 and 11
6 and
would
11
be
does not add up.
66.
it doesn't add up to 23.
What's 6 times 16?
It's not that.
It's gonna be like 13 times like.
Well, one of the answers is 6, I know that.
He's looking
So
like
whatever 6 plus what equals 22.
It's gonna have to be bigger than 20.
I'm gonna use red ink with relish
It's
when
like,
I grade your test.
it's probably, it's like something above 22 times. Or,
Well, how do we figure it out?
I just put 22.
She said I
the
just. told
process
her.
of elimination. I'm gonna start at 23.
This is a game of concentration.
Okay.
Does 22 go to 168?
No.
Well, 22 and what adds up to 22? That's not gonna help.
I feel like something times 13 equals 168.
It's 16.
No.
16 times
No,
16 times
16 does not work because that's a negative. and
It's-
one
What,
of those-
negative 6, or negative 16?
16, negative 16 plus 6 is 22?
Yeah.
No.
I'm cooking.
Hold on.
Oh, I was close.
Did you figure it out?
No, I was close though. 13 times 13 is 169.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Give me a second.
Even, yeah.
You got any more to do? I don't know if there's. It's just, I just need
You
more.
guys are cooking.
Okay, hopefully that works. What the
It would be like 28 and 6.
Okay, 28 and 6.
Oh, are you 14 and 12?
6.
Okay, 14 and 12 don't add up to 22. So how do we use 28 and 6?
Looks like a book.
Positive
She's
28
smiling.
negative 6.
28 minus 6 would add up to 22. Okay, so what x values would we need to plug into these factors to make them equal 0?
Negative 28 and positive 6.
Right, but because a negative doesn't make sense on these
It's 6.
problems, it's 6.
I got it correct.
Emily said 6 like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You definitely looked in the back.
No, I didn't. Stop saying that, Maya.
Liar.
I didn't.
Corey was literally just about to say how you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
That's
did.
why you thought the answer was 6 and 16, because you were trying to figure out what added up to 22.
You know the thing about Corey? She's goofy.
You got a point, Paxton. You got a point.
So are you.
What?
Thanks, Paxton.
You got a point, Max.
Don't think you're special, Emily.
Okay. On 43, do you guys remember how it works when there's a tangent line?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
How?
It's
You
the
do
whole
that
thing
plus
times
that cube, or square root.
Right, that's right. So the whole thing in the outside is both a, so you do a times a, or a squared. So on 43, it's like 40, they're just asking us for the formula. So a times a, or a squared, equals what?
C, parentheses, C plus B.
Right. Good job.
You should have us
Just plug the numbers in, it'll solve. So yeah, you can use that formula in 44 to help you.
That's the whole.
That's 43, yeah.
Alright, let's play the game. How many generic